We decided to check out the old Fort Kings Trail in Thonotosassa, Florida. It's in Hillsborough County. It's in the Hillsborough State Wilderness Preserve. It's about 13 miles. It starts at Sargent Park and goes north to a trailhead up there, or you could say it starts there and goes south to Sargent Park. About 3 miles of it is paved for biking, and you can also bike on the rest of the trail if you have an off-road bike. But we decided to go up to the north section and work our way down. We weren't going to go too far, just have a picnic and a hike. We got to a part where it was closed, and we looked on the map and we saw there were some other loops, so we thought, let's take this other loop over here to go back so we're not going on the same trail. However, that turned out to be pretty tough. There was a lot of brush. It was very overgrown, and we ended up abandoning that trail when we found a side trail that would take us back to the main trail. So this is that adventure. We are here at the Old Fort King Trail trailhead. Gonna have a picnic over there before we start on our hike. It's picnic time. So we are going to head out on the Old Fort Kings Trail and see where it goes. Model Dairy Wetlands. This traverses the Model Dairy Wetland Restoration Project. Hillsborough State Park. Messick Flatwoods. Prescribed fire is a safe way to apply a natural process, ensure ecosystem health, and reduce wildfire risk. They burn every 1 to 4 years here. We've been walking on just a state park access road that's part of the trail, and now it's forking. It still looks like a road. Not sure what all this bronze grass is. It's all dried. Ellen says that was wetland that's now dry land. We've been walking a fair distance out in the open. Hopefully we'll be coming into some cover here pretty soon. Very, very interesting. Way off in the distance is a windsock that usually implies there's some kind of airfield there or something, maybe for model airplanes, but there's nothing on the map. We're like in the middle of nowhere here. It was a false hope. We are still walking out in the open, but there's some magnificent old trees off in the distance. Coming up on a way station. Have a little break. Hard to believe that this was the main road between Ocala and Tampa back in the 1700s, early 1800s. Oh, it's a nice big old tree. Yeah, all the air plants are dead. It's dry today. Yeah, there's lots of wild pig activity around here. We're still walking in the open air, blazing hot sun. 1 o'clock in the afternoon. On the map it looks like this is going through wetland woods. I expected that there would be cover, but there's not. What to do here, there's a trail temporarily closed. There's a road that goes that way along the fence here. This is another access to the Hillsborough Park. It says Everything closed to all activities due to safety concerns. Do not enter. We're gonna go back in here. There's some loop trails that work their way around, and we can work our way back to the trailhead where we started. This nasty weed has beautiful flowers. Yeah, look at this weed. But the flowers are beautiful. I bet the bees love these flowers. So that's the trail we came in on. We're gonna go off in here, and it looks like there's a loop that will take us back to the trailhead. At least it's shady in here, and you can escape the sun. Ellen's coming. It definitely does get wet in here sometimes. We got this big mud hole here. Well, this trail is not traveled very often. It's a service road, looks like, on the map, but this is the road here. Just keep following this here adventure. According to the map, we should be coming on to an intersection here between another road, and if it continues to be this kind of garbage, we're gonna hang a right and take ourselves back to the road we came in on. Yeah, this road is worse than the one we were on. We have to decide, do we want to push on or go back the way we came to get onto the trail? Well, it's more of a service road than a trail. They come back here for work with their vehicles. Believe it or not, this is a little easier going than what we were in before. The adventure continues. The road goes that way. We're almost there, okay? Hard to believe this is a road here. Going off that way. But we are on the road. Okay, we abandoned the road, which was in that mess, and came into this dry creek bed, and there it is. There's the trail we came in on, which is not in the shade, but it's much easier to walk. We're back at this little stand, but I am just covered in these, I don't know what they are, little burrs that we picked up along the way. Well, we're all cleaned up, had some water. Now all we have to do is walk out in the blazing sun for about another mile, less than a mile. So we came out over there in that creek bed, but this is on the map where the road comes out. We escaped all of that when we got into the creek bed. Oh, woohoo! Back on the trail. What a difference when the sun goes behind a cloud. We can always call the ranger and tell them the location where we are. That's good to know. Kind of park service vehicle just pulled up over there. Wonder what they're doing. They have some kind of hose they took in out of a tank in the back of their truck over to this dry patch. So they said yes, they are killing this species of grass that doesn't belong here. That's why these bronze spots are all over the place. Okay, we are very close to the parking lot. And that's it. We are done today. Another hike down, put into the book. We didn't get to go as far as we wanted to go, but we saw some things we didn't expect to see.